Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome. It is Friday. It is Fridays live at 5. And thank you for being here. And as always, I am glad that you are here. I got to tell you a quick story. So my friend Gretchen Jones is helping me with my campaign, and she was up in Packwood putting out some signs. And we've been very adamant about if we're going to put up a sign at somebody's home or at a business, that we get their permission to do so. So anyway, Gretchen was putting out some signs. We got the permission from the little coffee stand owner out there. And so she was out there and putting up a sign, the barista, and she's talking to the barista and Gretchen is talking to her and letting her know that, hey, we got permission, put up a sign. And the barista's like, yeah, no, we watch Pat. We see her on Friday live at 5s every Friday, and we love it. And she says, we listen to her on her blog. And then it just dawned on me, that's what this is. It's a vlog, a video blog. So I think I need to change the name to Pat's or Live at 5 vlog. So why it was an epiphany, I don't know, but I thought it was something great. Anyway, so welcome to my vlog. And if you're new to it, as you know, or you will be learning, that I am running for Lewis County Commissioner for District 3, and I'm utilizing social media to reach out to you and let you know who I am, why I'm running for Lewis County Commissioner, why I think I'm the best person for that role. I'm doing other campaigning stuff, the way you're, door knocking and getting out signs, which we're going to talk about in a minute, and some other things. But I'm also thinking, social media is such a powerful medium right now, and I think it's going to stay forever. And so I'm utilizing this as well. So you can go back and view some of my vlogs and to see, gives you some background as to what it is that I'm doing and what's important to me. So take a look at that. So there's two things I want to talk to you guys about today. And my first one is about our veterans. So yesterday I went to a fantastic meeting over at in Randall at Timbers Restaurant. Was it Tall Timbers? Fantastic place. They have been so gracious in allowing the vets to have their meeting there once a month at no charge. They offer coffee, and I love businesses that support the community. As I've talked to you guys in the past, community, when we work together, we strengthen the community. So anyway, went to that meeting there. And one of the main reasons why I was there is I read an article in the Journal, and I was very moved by it, where it talked about how many veterans that we have here in East Lewis County, and how a lot of their services are being taken away, reduced, removed, gone. Now, I'm not getting a very clear answer yet as to why, so-called as like the clinic in Chehalis got shut down. We're thinking maybe they didn't feel it was needed. It might have been a money issue. Not sure on that. But what has been made very clear to me is that our veterans here, and really in any parts of the country, right, they need services. And taking away services is not going to help matters at all. We've got veterans who have some physical disabilities as well as some mental disabilities, and we need to service them. They fought and continue to protect our freedom, something that you and I maybe take for granted. I didn't serve in any branch of service, but man, I respect my vets and the people that also have to take care of them at times. So there's people, especially here in East Lewis County, we've got some vets like in Packwood and Glenoma, Randall. I mean, it's a hard situation for them to try to travel west to try to get some services. Right now, their closest service is Olympia or Vancouver, Washington, which again, for folks like in Packwood and Randall, that's even in Morton, that's over about an hour and a half, 2 hour drive one way. As you know, the cost of fuel is just going, you know, a little bit out the craziness. And even just time. It's not just about money, it's about time. And, you know, if you're not feeling well, if you've got some disabilities and you're on the road for that amount of time one way, that can be incredibly difficult. The folks at Jamie Herrera Butler, they are working on getting a mobile, we don't know exactly what it's going to be, but like a mobile clinic. Again, we don't know what all services that will be part of that mobile unit, but we're trying to get it over at the Veterans Museum in Chehalis in August. That, again, thank you, Chehalis Veterans Museum, for allowing, you know, trying to work with this clinic, this mobile clinic to, you know, be present. Again, we don't know what all services will be available, but it's a service that is very much needed. So this meeting yesterday, they are looking at having a petition signed by veterans and their caregivers to send up to Washington, D.C. to show there is a need for veteran services here in East Lewis County. So here's some help that I need from you, and I hope you're willing to give me a hand on this. In speaking with the folks there at the Veterans meeting yesterday, they want to utilize the printed word to get the word out of where these petitions are going to be available. And I think that's a fantastic idea, but I also think we need to utilize social media, right? Social media is part of our lives. I know that there's many sons and daughters and grandkids of veterans and or their caregivers that are utilize social media. So my suggestion, and I offered my expertise, if you want to call it that, to create a Facebook page just to provide the information as to where these petitions are going to be available for veterans and their caregivers to sign. I think it will be just to add more publicity for it would be helpful. If you think that would be useful to create a Facebook page, it would be just a page, and just again to tell folks where these petitions are going to be available to sign, and that would be for the veterans and their caregivers only at this time. Message me down below or send me a private message. And because I would like to send that information to the veterans group and say, hey, look, these are, you know, people within our county that believe that we need to use social media to help spread that word. I think this is an important cause, and it's something that I'd like to have your help on. So again, message me below or send me a private message. And if you think that creating a Facebook page to help spread the word of where the petitions will be available for the veterans and their caregivers, that would be incredibly helpful, and I would appreciate if you would kind of help me out with that, because I'd like to help them. And I think, remember, we've talked about public service. There's many ways you can offer public service, and I'd like to, that's one way of doing so, right? So that's one thing I wanted to talk to you about. The second thing I wanted to chat to you is about voting. So the ballots are going out next week. So time is really kind of getting tight. We're on a crunch. We're in a push about getting our name out, or getting my name out for my, I know for my candidate role or candidate role of the Lewis County Commissioner for District 3. So the ballots are coming out next week, and I wanted to talk about, like, how does one vote? Do we vote based on how many signs we see or how many signs one candidate has out there? Now, believe you me, I too am jockeying and working on finding the best place to put our signs at, because again, word recognition is incredibly important. And I will tell you, before, you know, years past, when I wasn't as involved in politics as I am, I'm not fully involved, if you will, but I am a lot more informed now, and I understand the importance of picking or voting for the best person, or the person that I think is going to do the best job, that they, you know, that they're the right person for the job. Okay. And so how do we go about that? I know myself, I was like, well, I see that sign. I like that name, right? But did I really do my research? And I think it's important for a person to be informed when they are making their vote or for their, putting out their vote. And I really want you guys to vote. It's so important to our democracy, and we need to be informed as we do so. I say that because even myself, it's obviously there's not just Lewis County Commissioner District 3 candidates out there. We've got quite a few other positions that are are an elected position and that they are running as well, right? So as I'm doing my stuff for my candidacy and I'm seeing other candidates for other positions, I have been listening to some different candidates and I've seen their signs like, oh, okay, yeah, I know that name. But on some of them, I've actually heard them and listened to what they have to say. And on some of them, they're not speaking like my same kind of language. They're not touching me in a way that I think that, hey, this is the best person for that particular job. And I'm glad that I was able to have the opportunity to hear them. Because now I know it's like, hey, they're kind of talking something that I don't have a strong belief in. I believe in something else. And so I've had that opportunity to kind of learn from that. So again, I wish 10, 15 years ago, I had this information as to how do I go about finding a place or a venue where where the candidates for something that I need to be voting upon, where I will have an opportunity to listen to them. So I wanted to kind of go through that. One way you can do so, and I found that this has been very helpful, regardless if you're a Democrat, an independent, or Republican, is go to different Republican meetings, Democrats meetings, independents, closer to your voting time, because a lot of the candidates visit their party's meetings. And so that's a way for you to listen, because a lot of times the Democratic Party and the Republican Party, they'll give candidates some time to speak during one of their meetings. Some meetings are Zoomed, where you can just, at the comfort of your home, get on Zoom and you're able to listen to some candidates. And that gives you an idea of like, oh, I like what they're saying. It's touching me in a way that, yeah, I think we're on the same wavelength here. I like what they have to say. Or vice versa, like, ooh, I don't know about this person, So that's one way that you can go about it. Another way, you can go to the Lewis County Elections website. Just type in Lewis County Elections Office, WA. And there is on the left-hand side, it says like candidates who have filed. And a whole big list comes down as to all the candidates who have filed. And it tells you what district they're in, what district type they're in, the race that they're in. Kind of in the upper right-hand corner, there's 3 little buttons where you can download that list into a PDF. You can download it in an EXL or, Excel spreadsheet, or there was another format. I don't know. So anyway, I went ahead and downloaded the Excel spreadsheet. And from that, I was able to remove candidates that I would not be voting for. They were outside of my district. So the list became smaller and smaller. There were some races that they're not running against anybody. So, either you do a write-in or you go ahead and vote for that person. So my list got shorter and shorter. Now, I know this might seem a little bit big, but this is helping me sort out, or kind of helping me reduce the amount of stuff out there, if that makes sense, because sometimes when you have all of these names and these races, it becomes wild. So when I did this and highlighted the people, the race, this is something that I'll be voting on. And then I'm able to okay, this name goes here. I was just able to organize it better. and listening. So when I am at different forums or just different, like, let's say the Farm Bureau they didn't really put out a forum, but they allowed many of us to speak. So now I can put a name and a face to, people like on this list, right? So that's a way I think you can kind of help yourself become more informed. Now, there's going to be a forum, which is, we've got one coming up. I've got the date, July 19th, over at the Roxy Theater, about 7 p.m. It's going to be available for all of us Lewis County Commissioner District 3 candidates, as well as our 2 sheriff candidates. Remember, we've got 2 candidates for our sheriff, and that's a fantastic place to go and listen to what we stand for. And hopefully one, with the Lewis County Commissioner District 3 position, as well as the sheriff position, maybe one of these are the candidates will speak to you, speak to you like, that's what I like. That's what I want to hear. Because friends, it is real important that you make an informed decision. You want to make sure you vote for the person that you believe is going to be the representative for you, that represents you. So, for example, I'm running for Lewis County Commissioner for District 3. Technically, or not technically, but in essence, that is East Lewis County. You want someone who resides in East Lewis County to represent you. You remember a few vlogs ago, I feel like that's the special word of the day. Anyway, but you remember a few vlogs ago, we talked about what is leadership. And leadership is something that is, as I'm just kind of say again, it's not about I'm going to lead and I'm going to tell you what we're going to do. No, the key thing about leadership is listening. So you want somebody who, in my opinion, needs to live or be in the center of the district that they represent and listen to what people are feeling, people are wanting. I can tell you so many people that I've talked to, what's so important to them, rural lifestyle. They want to keep a rural lifestyle. How do I know that? I'm listening. And that's so important. And with that information, then you can take that to the table and make, an informed decision. So that's why to me it's so important that you find a way on how you can listen to your candidates for certain position, because again, it is incredibly important that you vote for the person that you think is the best person for the job. And you want someone who lives in the area, who's listening to the issues, and who wants to bring your voice to the table. So that's what I wanted to kind of chat with you about today, which was our vets. So please, again, message me below or private message me, which you can do on Facebook, and let me know if you're, okay with having a Facebook page to let the vets and their caregivers know where these petitions are. I get on my water. And also, again, I wanted to talk about voting and how there's ways you can find to educate yourself, because again, ballots are coming out next week, and you can start voting now. So I think that's important. Okay, as you guys know, I always try to tell you what's going on in East Lewis County, and of course, as always, we always have lots of stuff, because tomorrow is Toledo Cheese Day Parade. Yeah, so we'll be there I think we're going to be having, remember the old convertible Volkswagen Bugs? I can't wait. I think we're going to have that as part of our parade car. So yeah, come and check us out. We're going to be handing out a lot of candy. Would love to see you. The weather is holding up. It's, the weather's kind of nice lately. It's a little humid for me, but that's just me. But anyway, that's going on. Already right now, starting today, is the Cowlitz Farm Lavender Farm over in Glenoma-ish, Randall-ish. Oh, we went there last year. There's some booths out there. They've been a big supporter of my campaign. Love them. Try to head out to see that lavender festival. It's a lot of fun. You could even buy some starter plants and a lot of have different lotions and and then there's that big chair you can sit in and be in a field of lavender. So go check that out. It's going on now. It's tomorrow, and I believe it's up until Sunday. Also tonight at 7 and tomorrow at 2, Roxy Theater is doing the Stories Under the Big Top. What I love about Roxy Theater is they're very big on children's theater. So this is a children's production, and they always put on a great show. So check that out again. That's tonight at 7 and then tomorrow at 2. And I believe tomorrow at 7 at the Roxy is Minions Return of the Gru. I'm hearing it's a great movie. So that's what we've got going on as of now. There's a lot more stuff going on, but these were the, again, right now we're getting ready for Parade Day tomorrow. So that is Cheese Days. And right now, Cheese Days, the Festival of Cheese Days is going on now anyway. So, you want to give that a good check out. Tomorrow morning, I believe they're having their pancake breakfast. How fun is that? So yeah, we will be part of the parade tomorrow. And I believe next week is another parade. Now it's like, I'm so like not parade out, but I've got to like, which parade is that one? But anyway, we'll talk about that next week. So I'm glad that you were here, and I'm glad we were able to chit chat, and hopefully we'll see you tomorrow. And if you can't make it, hey, enjoy your weekend, enjoy your week, and don't forget to message me below. And feel free to share this video, my vlog, again, word of the day, to people that within East Lewis County, so that they know it's another way you can help spread the word of why I believe I'm the best person, the best candidate for this position. All right, you guys have a good week, and I'll see you tomorrow at the parade. Bye-bye.